So I just got back from work. Colleen and I left the Cave Club dolls set up because my camera was charging because she needs to set up the thumbnail. And this is what I find. Oliver decided to nap with the dolls. And now Andy and Oliver think they're getting fed. Because clearly you're both skinny and wanting. What are you doing? Please, Andy, for the love of God, will you let me brush you? Will you let me brush you? So I had an Amazon package arrive in the mail today. And I wasn't going to film any part of it for Dolly Diaries because you can see from this package, I got a Rock Angels doll. I got Miss Sasha. I love her and I'm really glad to have her.
She's so pretty.
And I ordered her through Amazon Warehouse for $19. So I saved a pretty considerable sum. Listing said that like the box was really damaged and whatever. And I was fine with that because I just opened my dolls. The reason why I chose to film is because this wasn't just a case of the box being damaged, like somebody opened it. Somebody ordered this doll and stole things out of the package and then very deliberately...
Put the rest of the accessories back in this.
And you see, this is not an Amazon bag. This is a clearly very used jewelry type bag. That's very, like, it's got all kinds of damage to the plastic. You can see there's some little pieces floating around in here. But somebody bought her to steal the earrings and the 2 bracelets. Now, I mean, I have secondhand dolls. I saved, like, a lot of money on her.
I saved like $15 on this doll.
Yeah, cause it's just the principle that people do stuff like that. It's really scummy. And like, I have bought dolls that were returned in the store that were clearly taken out, maybe even played with for an hour and shoved back in. I bought a Monster High Fashion Pack at Toys R Us that somebody stole one of the outfits out of, and when I went to the register I explained what happened and they gave me a discount, and I was okay with that. And like, it's wrong to steal, but like, when you buy something and you know that like someone's tampered with it.
Yeah, like we opened up one of our Chloe Spelletta dolls. We bought one of those that someone had opened, put back in the box, and she wasn't any cheaper. But we just knew, oh, we don't keep them boxed, so we'll just take her anyway.
I feel like my poor Sasha doll has been violated. And I'm not sorry I bought her, and I still, if it had said that she was missing those pieces, I still would have bought her because for the price difference, I'm not fussed. I probably have, I know I have accessories that look exactly like that I can just put in the photo for all intents and purposes. Or I would not buy a Chloe and then take the tank top I'm missing off and then send her back in just her leather jacket with the rest of her stuff and call it a day. That's wrong. What's going on, Brunette?
She's been doing that a lot.
You sound like a bird. She almost looks catatonic when she's doing it too. Dylan! Dylan! So we were real high rollers at the flea market this weekend. We spent $6 on this stuff. Actually, for this season, that is actually an expensive Sunday because it's been a really slow, crappy flea market season so far. But that's how it always is. There's years that are really good and years that are really slow. It kind of all balances out. We have this lovely Descendants Ben doll who is wearing his birthday suit. He has this stain on his nose that I'm gonna have to see comes out when I wash him, and if not, him and my boy Todd, who's in the basket, are gonna go out for stain removal. And by my boy Todd, I mean my 1960s Todd doll, Barbie's little brother, twins with Tootie. He has some green staining on his face that I'm gonna take care of. So he was $1, and normally I would not buy a doll naked for $1, like a male doll, because they're harder to dress. But I had been buying some Descendants hands on eBay a few months back. I got 2 lots, and they had hands and some clothes, and one of the lots had a Ben outfit, and it's not his outfit actually. Of course, the one outfit that I have could not go to this doll, even though Ben is pretty generic, but the Ben doll that goes in that outfit has blue eyes. But at least he'll have clothes to wear, and I only have Carlos right now for male Descendants dolls, so that's why I couldn't leave him behind. And Colleen found a Kid Core Katie. She was delighted. So Katie and this fashion pack came from the same seller. I know you'd think these came from the same seller, but no, Katie and this. I'm not sure what Katie she is. We may never know because clone dolls are very generic, but she's wearing this outfit. She's got red hair and purple eyes, kind of like our very first Katie doll. She was $1 and this was $2. This is from 2000. I used to love fashion packs like this as a kid. I never had one of the 3-packs, but I used to get the big fashion gift packs, and I'm super excited to open this, and I think I might actually look for some of my dolls in storage who don't have their original outfits and see who would look cute on these. The funny thing about the early 2000s is that because there were 2 different body molds floating around for Barbie, so the 1966 one and the 1999 one, the fashion packs would vary for which body mold they were made for, but I can tell this is made for the 66 body because of the tiny waist of the pants and the very big tops for the ample bosoms. This is something I definitely would have used as a kid on my sparkling Jasmine, although these outfits would look great on Travel and Style Barbie, aka Heidi, who I also played with, but she had the 99 body mold. And then of course, Colleen, as a Skipper collector, had to buy this Skipper Teen Time Fashion for $3, which she doesn't have. She has most of this line, actually. She's just missing one whole outfit and then part of another. That was a great deal. The seller had a few more carded fashions for $3 each, but they were all Barbie, and I'm more interested in like this era of Barbie fashions. It's like less gaudy. It's very cool. It was a good haul.
So I just finished doing the Laguna My Story photo. And I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I was going for like an aquatic underwater vibe, very Laguna. We don't actually have at this point any real Laguna play sets, but I had like this Fairytopia shell thing, which is like really cool, that I used as a couch, and these 2 tiki counters that look like surfboards. I just used a blue table because it blended in. This table's made so many appearances just because it's so versatile. Generation Girl Anna's bed has seashells on it. This is from our Disney castle. This is Forever Hair Ariels. That's just Mary Kate and Ashley spa thing. I thought it would look really cool. Very aquatic and nautical. And then over here I used like fish and shrimp and this really neat sandwich I forgot we had. It looks like a shell. And I did a little tiki bar, did the aquarium and that tuna, and this lamp that we just got with our Jody playset because it kind of has like bumps like coral. And then I put out some random animals. I just thought this would be like a super cute idea. It's definitely one of my favorites to set up. We have these nautical scrapbook papers. There's more on the other side. So yeah, this was really fun.
Oh, it's so cute, right? The cat sleeping on Colleen's bed. Until you pan over to this. Oliver loves Oscar. And he has gotten cat hair all over Oscar's real Babyland jeans and his cute little red socks onesie. I think he loves Oscar because Colleen loves Oscar, and he's trying to get closer to Colleen by loving Oscar.
But I don't appreciate his love of Oscar.
Okay, you've got no. He knows I'm gonna take him. Oscar is going.
He's
Go.
like, that's my Oscar.
Mommy! Mommy! I have gathered some cabbage because we went clothes shopping for them at Walmart. This is the fun part about having cabbies. You can buy them baby clothes. So we have this adorable little shark outfit set. So it's got like the pants and this little button up top and this matching onesie. And this was not one of the ones on sale. But the nice thing about real baby clothes is they all have snaps, so you don't have to worry about them having Velcro that picks at your doll's fabric. So then this is one of the, most of these clothes are actually for my big boys. This I got for Oscar and Baldwin. This was on clearance, not that cheap, but the reason I thought it would be really cute is I love, first of all, I love anything that's like sea, ocean themed, but look at this hood.
It's so cute.
It's a shark fin, and I love sharks. This is really cute. This is a Sesame Street 2-pack. So it's got this adorable, like, yellow shorts outfit, and then it's got this adorable striped outfit, and you can pair, like, mix and match them. And this is for Oscar and Baldwin, and this is actually 9 months. Usually they were 0 to 3, but this kind of looks tiny. We have this adorable tiger overall set, which I got for them, which might be a little bit big, but it's so cute. And then I tried to get outfits, not onesies, because I have like onesie overload. And then we got this really cute, it was the only one they had. It's like a little whale print romper, which that's why Muffy is out, because we're going to put Muffy in this. So Ralphie is in this little outfit that says the cutest cat. She's actually like a little fat for it, which is shocking. He's so cute and tiny. I love his little feet. And then Muffy, she is the homeliest of my Cabby girls, which I don't really know what she was born as, but she's the more unattractive version of Murphy, who looks just like her. This is why we decided to make her a girl. I actually think she just has really bad, like, discoloration of her plastic, but she's wearing this cute little whale overall set. And then Baldwin, he has the biggest head of all of my Cabbage Patch dolls, so he can rock like the hoods and stuff the best, although he can't fit some of the hats that are made for real baby clothes because he's so cute. So I have Otis in this outfit. I decided, because this shirt had the bigger design and it's like kind of too big for him, that I give him the one with the smaller print, and I tucked it in like he's a little old man, and the shorts are like long pants on him, and that bulge is just where I tucked the shirt in. It definitely doesn't fit him the best, but I figured he can wear something new until the Babyland clothes I got for my birthday come. And then we have Baldwin, who has an enormous head. He's wearing this one, which fits him very nicely. But what you must know is Oscar, he's like a bodybuilder. He has a really...
It's like a big barrel chest.
A big barrel chest. And like, do you see his fat, like, how much fatter his arms are than Baldwin? Like, he's like Popeye.
He also has one of his feet is like, this foot is like absolute perfection. Like this foot
I don't
is
see
like...
it. Colleen's obsessed with Oscar.
You just your feet.
Colleen fell in love with Oscar, and I haven't gotten him back since.
I just love everything about it.
So it's like a love story between her and Oscar.
Which is funny because I actually was the one who was obsessed in Baldwin when I found him. I found him on Mercari like around the time we got Baby Martin, like long ago, and I was obsessed.
Yeah, he was listed for like a year.
And I was completely obsessed in him. And he was all I like, Cabbage Patch wise, he was my like,
my baby Otis.
He was the baby. But then, like literally a couple days after we ordered him, and then before you know it, I already had a new friend when he came.
So yeah,
He's just so cute.
they came with the names Baldwin and Oscar too.
Baldwin
Really cool.
Lance and Oscar Daniel.
Actually, our oldest softie, he's from 1983.
He has a really cool tag.
But Colleen fell in love with Oscar, and even though they're supposed to be the same size, Oscar has the smaller head, but beefier arms and a huge barrel chest.
Huge chest.
But I like Baldwin better. I think he's cuter because his head shape is perfection.
I just love him.
I love his little
So cute.
squashness. He's adorable. He looks like Ralphie.
That's your baby.
I know I usually show Napoleon in Dolly Diaries because he is the, mama's little kiss up, but Clyde is always doing naughty things. Do you see? He's trying to get under the pillowcase so he can nest in there. I call it his bungalow, and I don't want him to do that. See? He pulls at things with his teeth. The other day, he grabbed Colleen's jeans through the cage. Chinchilla, you're so naughty.
Is Poe perched on the lava ledge?
Yeah. So naughty. Buy him all these new toys. He'd rather ruin his cage liners.
So Andy got a special package from Amazon today. Shelly, do you like being his hairstylist?
No, he's grouchy. I mean, he's better about this, surprisingly, than being brushed, which is why he has to have this done, because now that he's old, he doesn't have very good hygiene, and he gets really aggressive and stressed out when I try to brush him.
And this wasn't a problem until last year when his hair just started growing really thick
part of that too is he had a supplement, a joint supplement that was making it grow in, which I stopped giving him because it was making his hair really matted.
Completely unmanageable, and his joints seem better.
I feel bad because it's not comfortable. Like, it hurts them to have matted hair. He likes it, especially once he's done being shaved. But he's at least sitting here for me.
A while ago he was trying to bite us both.
Yeah,
so.
that's because I had to trim some of the back. I know it looks really ugly, but
he's going to be more comfortable. So is he better or worse to work with people?
depends on the person.
Well, did any of your clients when you were in beauty school try to bite you?
No, but they pulled things out of my hands and told me I was doing it wrong. When they obviously knew nothing of what they were talking about.
Maybe Andy is easier to deal with some days.
I'm not much of a people person, so.
So you'd rather have the cat bite you?
Yeah, India. Aww.
And honestly, it looks like she sheared a sheep. There's just hair everywhere. Andy! Oliver, you're being an attention hog. He was sitting over there like 5 minutes ago before I had the camera out, like acting bored with the world, and now that he sees the camera, he's at the play. Gerby, say hi! Say hi,
And help.
Gerby! Is he holding you captive?
Watching me and he's purring.
He looks like one of those bald Sphinx cats.
He's not done. His haircut, this is terrible, but I have to do it in sessions where he gets too, like, annoyed. And that's one of the perks of doing it myself, is I can give him breaks. And, yeah, he looks lumpy right now. He also has really short, like, really thick hair, so it's hard to shave him down properly.
And he's like, still on the side, he's still some hanging hair, but here he's like,
yeah,
bald.
well, he was pretty cooperative. He likes it when you shave over here, but, like, he doesn't, his belly, he gets really, like, irritable about. It's like when I used to check him for fleas there, he'd start biting, but he loves, because I shaved him last year, he loves being shaved, and ever since I shaved him last night, he will not leave us alone. He will climb into our laps. I can't get away from him because he wants to have his, like, bare skin rubbed. Like, he forced himself on me. And it's like, I love him, but I also don't want to spend my whole day petting him.
I came out of the shower to find her on one end of the couch and him on the other, and eventually,
around trying to get attention, but I was like trying to watch YouTube on my phone.
Eventually, he just kind of, took over.
Peanut's trying to hustle me for some mealworms.
He loves those. He loves those. He would eat those all day if we let him.
Swallow that whole?
I don't know.
My
but
guy.
He's incredible.
He's drinking.
Probably because the mealworms make him thirsty. I love the way he puts his little paws around the spout. That's so cute.
Ta-da! He looks like a bobblehead. I know it's not perfect, but he has arthritis in his back hips, and you can see where he got nicked. But he really does not like, he hated having this part of his body done, but he had like some mats back there. These are called the, what'd you call them? The pantaloons.
Yes.
He used to clean himself so well that people thought I spent tons of time brushing him, but he wouldn't let me brush him. That was the irony. But he didn't need it when he was younger. So, yeah, you can see I did part of his tail, so he's got this little, like, pom-pom thing. The reason I did that is he has, like, a lot of long hair that grows, like, on his loin area, and it gets matted with, like, the top part of the tail, so I thought I'd, like, make a lot of clearance so that didn't happen. And he really likes it, you can tell. And he does have some tufts right by his bum hole. He did not want me shaving near there. I got bit, it was bad. But I think we're ridiculous but cute. He seems so much happier, and because it's summer, he'll be so much cooler. He won't have to lay underneath the toilet like he usually does.
He had put on so much mat that I actually thought he had gained fat.
Poor guy. But he looks happy. He's purring, and Oliver's jealous and pooped on the carpet. So I was at Walmart today getting groceries, and first of all, I got Oliver this bird toy that squeaks with feathers. So he was feeling less jealous of Andy. He's already ripped some of the feathers out. I got these 2 things of beads. These were like less than $5 each. I've looked at these mixed ones before, and I've kind of avoided them because there's like a lot of pony beads, but there's some really good ones in here that I could definitely use. And this one actually has like a hollow in it, so it looks like you're getting more than you are. And I bought one of these organizers just in case I need the space, because I use these kinds all the time, and while I'm not like totally running low, I definitely used quite a bit when I was making bracelets for all of my contemporary American girls. So we have a little assembly line that we're about to start. Now, I have been preparing for this Kira since I ordered for her. I had to find my Claire Bear a new place to sit so she can sit with Corinne and McKenna and Lainey, as you'll see. I also made labels for her outfits. Pre-made labels, yes. And then Colleen's gonna bag these, and we bag the shoes now with the American Girl outfits. If you watch my how I store dolls, clothes, and shoes, back when I filmed that in 2017, I think, I kept the shoes in separate drawers, but I just have so many shoes now.
And we actually had to evacuate them out of that bureau because there was mold getting on the shoes. And when it happened to Courtney's...
I think it was more like mildew.
Yeah, and when it happened to Courtney's leather boots, those kind of have a shelf life anyway because of that crappy fake leather, I just kind of lost my mind over it, so we just decided they do better in plastic bags,
and when we dress them, we typically dress them
it's easier.
So, yes. And Kira met all the dolls, something I don't think I've ever said before, but whenever we get a new American Girl doll, doesn't matter if it's a wellie or a doll from the flea market, we take them into the rooms with the American Girls and we give them each an introduction.
To everybody.
We've done that since we were kids, and we still do it now. So in preparation for Kira, we had an idea for the thumbnail, because I didn't want it to be just like an ordinary boring thumbnail. And we wanted to do a safari theme, and Colleen wanted to have like a large grass area, and I do have some like scrapbook paper that we can use, but not enough for like a project photo of this size. So I bought this green poster board at Walmart, and she added some different texture and stuff to it. You can see we've pulled out as many like wild animals as we could, including the vicious Kusa.
The naked vicious Kusa.
Naked with her cute little belly button. And then Lainey happened to already be wearing this. That's pretty much Jess's hiking outfit, even though it's made for Leah.
We bought it for Jess.
And Colleen put McKenna in Courtney's shirt, because she thought it looked very safari. And of course Molly has a Camp Bawanigan outfit. And Kira's as covered up as she can be, because she's the mystery doll. This is my list of all the outfits my dolls model for Flickr. This is the Girl of Today section. I have like, the historical dolls that are duplicated in my biddies and willies. But I have a little column for Kira here, and I've picked some of the outfits. I am going to have to recopy this list, though. There's a few reasons. I know it's ridiculous, but first of all, they're arranged in chronological order. So I have, like, all of my Girl of Today dolls arranged in chronological order, and then I have my Girl of Today's arranged by, a Girl of Years arranged by year. So, like, 2001 for Lindsay. Kira comes before Corinne. That bothers me a lot. Then, because I had to pick old outfits model on Kira, I have these like whiteout spots, and it's hard to write over the whiteout tape with the felt tip pen, so that's going to be a problem. And then I can't find the pen I used to write this hot pink. I don't know. I thought it was this one, but it... So that's going to drive me crazy, so this whole list is getting recopied, which means the whole back of it has to get recopied too.
So, it's a slow summer Sunday. We didn't get anything at the flea market, and Shelly said to me after lunch, she was like, oh, is there a photo you want to work on? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, because I want to take the Monster High Mandel photo for the My Stories, but I have to finish a craft project first. But Shelly's never liked our old thumbnail for the value of collecting. And what I did is I had taken a bunch of our American Girls and Barbies and stuck like fake price stickers on them and set them up on the bookshelf downstairs to make it look like they were at a store shelf, which I thought was a cute idea, but because it was in our basement, it didn't really photograph the best. So instead, I remembered having this cute little shelf the other day when I was downstairs with this shelf that I used for the Claudine My story. I used it as like a bakery counter. So I was like, oh, well, I could set up a mini thrift store with the Shelley and Colleen dolls. So that's what I did.
So I was glancing around Walmart's jewelry section, and I found a bunch of these 98-cent beads. They haven't had any decent ones in a long time, and because the prices on the regular beads have gone up the past 2 years, I haven't really been able to buy much from the section, but even though you don't get a lot for $1, it's better than having to spend like $5 or $6 on just one type of bead. So I got these really cool teal tubes, and there's also these ones with little squiggles on them. There's these dusty purple colored ones in different shapes, and then there's 2 different sizes of these metallic pearlescent teal beads. I thought I'd grab both because I like to stack different sized beads of the same color for some of my earrings. They had like really large ones too, but those would have mostly only worked for American Girl and Brats. They were in this size, but they don't work very well in regular Barbies. But this was the only size they had in this pretty green color, and I'm going to be making some more earrings for my Elizabeth, the American Girl Elizabeth, to go with Felicity's clothes, so I thought that those might come in handy. And then there's these really awesome light blue beads that kind of look like dinosaur egg oatmeal. And then I was really excited when I found these charms, because charms are usually quite expensive, and even though these ones don't have matching pairs, they'd be great for necklaces. So there's like a rhinoceros, hummingbird, a little rocking horse, a peace sign. I really like this cactus. I'm thinking I'm going to use that for Kira. So I had Elizabeth in some of Felicity's clothes because I decided to make earrings to go with all of Felicity's outfits for Elizabeth. For whatever reason, when I first started making my American Girls earrings back in 2016, I only made Elizabeth ones to go with her outfits except the traveling gown. But I felt inclined to bust out some jewelry making supplies and design earrings for the rest of Lissy's clothes. I don't have either of my Felicity dolls, neither Lissy nor Emerald, pierced because it wouldn't work so well on my childhood Felicity because she has the old school squishy vinyl because she's a Pleasant Company doll, and then my other Felicity has a really persnickety wig, so use them on Elizabeth, and I think they look fabulous. I also made this choker to go with this Christmas outfit because it was missing it when I bought it on eBay a million years ago. This was one of the first things I bought on eBay for my American Girls back in 2012. It has a little pinner cap. She looks gorgeous in this, even better than Felicity, I think.
I just retook the Remember Why You Love Dolls thumbnail. Now, before, Shelly and I debated about replacing this photo for a really long time, because before we didn't have backdrops back then, so she draped her knit blanket like by her bed and used it as a backdrop to grab random dolls from around her room and random dolls from container tops for the thumbnail. It's cute, but we both figured, oh, we can do better now. So I didn't want to just grab random dolls, especially because the random dolls we have now would be way different than the random dolls we have laying around. It's not that we don't still have those dolls, but they're in different places. You know, things have moved. That video was taken, I want to say, probably about 6 years ago. So I wanted instead to actually watch Shelly's video and this time pick the dolls more purposefully. I really wanted to share why I picked each doll. So I picked Bitty Baby because Shelly actually specifically references this doll in the video. She was talking about how when she was stressed, she took it out on her doll collection and would do things like scrub their skin and overbrush their hair because she was convinced they had dirty or there was something wrong with hair when there wasn't. And it was just stress that she was taking out on her dolls. And Bitty, she actually scrubbed Bitty so much that Bitty has discoloration. I wrote down that I wanted to do some 2010 brats, and I picked a couple older ones from Shelly's collection, like dolls she's had a really long time. And the reason I picked a couple 2010 brats for this thumbnail is because Shelly mentioned how we complained so much about the fish lips and like the body changes they had in 2010, and how we complained that we wanted things to be back to how they were. And similar to the 2013 Sasha, how these dolls came out not long after Dad passed away, and Shelly had said in the video that so much else in our lives had changed that she didn't want brats to change too. But later on, these dolls became some of her favorite brats. Like, she's obsessed with her tall brats. I just randomly picked Sasha because she was one of the first dolls that came to mind, and I thought she looked awesome against this backdrop. I picked Isabel just because she's been such a part of our doll journey in general. She was kind of like when Shelly deleted her original Flickr account and started the new one, Shelly's new motto had become like, everything doesn't have to be perfect, and to like believe, like have confidence in who you are and not be afraid to be who you really are and not to let other people dissuade you. When Shelly was talking in the video, Shelly's Monster High re-releases came to mind because, especially Draculaura, because when she posted them to her old Flickr, people were complaining that the re-releases were not the same as the originals and the body molds were different, and they're not. People were just being really petty, and that was one of the things that like kind of drove us off of the old Flickr account. So I picked Draculaura because it doesn't matter whether your doll's the original or the re-release, and it matters how much you love it. And Shelly's crazy about Draculaura. I mean, she loves Frankie and Claudine too, but I think Draculaura's probably her favorite of the three. Shelly had mentioned in the video about how when Kelly Club first came out, it complained they weren't as good as the Little Friends. So this doll snobbery goes back to like the 90s and early 2000s when I was a kid. And I thought Kelly Club wasn't as good, and we still have my childhood Little Swimmer Marissa, but I think this is our used one we've had quite a while just based on the way the hair is sitting. My childhood Marissa doll wasn't good enough for me because she was Kelly Club and not Little Friend. And then I picked Scarus Rochelle because she's one of Shelly's favorite dolls. And Shelly really wanted her, but she was afraid about the glue. And we noticed that it was more prevalent in dolls made in Indonesia, and you couldn't buy a Scarus Rochelle that wasn't made in Indonesia, so Shelly finally cracked and like broke her own rule and bought a doll that was made in Indonesia because it's how much she loves Scarus Rochelle. And now I don't even think about the glue or what country they're made in, but it was like something we thought about back then. This is my first Molly doll. We've had this Christmas '96, and the reason I put her in this photo is because I was thinking when I watched Shelly's video about just like the stupid things we worry about. Molly has silver eye, which you can't see in the angle I took the photo at, but see, silver eye, and her glasses are falling off her face. But the reason I picked her because of her silver eye is because I didn't know when we started collecting again that that was actually a factory defect. I thought it was somehow my fault, and I felt bad about it. I felt like she had been somehow devalued, and it's like, Colleen, this doll is going to be with you until the day you die anyway. Her hair is balding, she's got a million other problems. Why would you even worry about that anyway? You're not going to resell her, no one would want to buy her if you did, like, you know. Like, why would you worry about that? It was silly. And then weirdly, when I found out that the silver eye wasn't my fault, I stopped worrying about it. But it's like, I really shouldn't have been worrying about it in the first place. And we sent our childhood Kirsten to the hospital to have her silver eyes. Sorry if I'm talking too fast, I should slow down. We sent our childhood Kirsten to the doll hospital to have her silver eyes replaced. We never did it for Molly, and I don't plan to, because this is the face that I've known since 1997, and I just wouldn't want to change it. Cameron's another one of the 2010 brats, and I remember the effort Dad went to find Shelly the boys in particular, which is why I was going to pick either him or Dylan. I just picked Cameron because I thought he would work better against the background. 2012, 2013, we have this complex that there was something wrong with Disney Store, and now we love Disney Store, which is why, and I think Shelly might have referenced it in the video, I don't know, I watched it about a week ago. Then I picked Caroline because Shelly actually held Caroline in the video she filmed, and Caroline's one of Shelly's favorites. And Caroline's not perfect, her wig is shedding and stuff, she has hair problems, but Shelly loves her anyway. Jasmine, it goes along a lot with Bitty Baby. This is a doll that Shelly just brushed, and she actually mentioned it in the video. Katie, the reason I picked her, and I know she's in a million photos, is because I actually just wrote a recent post on Flickr now in 2022 about how every time I look at this Katie or my other one that I bought to replace her when her arm broke, basically about how she always takes my mind back to this summer day when we went to the beach, like the last couple weeks my mom was alive. You know, a doll that can conjure that memory in you, like 20 years later, because that was literally 20 years ago now, a doll that means that much to you 20 years later, that's what collecting's about. And it shouldn't matter whether she's, you know, the most collectible doll in the world, or, you know, just some cheap clone doll that I think this doll retailed for $4. Anyway, I hadn't seen the video probably in a good 5 years, but I rewatched it and I thought it was awesome. So if you haven't watched Shelly's video, you probably should.
So I'm very excited to open this. We found another fashion pack at the flea market. This was $8. This is actually one of the ones we had growing up. I have a very specific memory when we were on vacation with our parents, when Colleen and I were really little kids. We used to go camping every year. That was the vacation we went on. We never went to Disney or anything fancy, but we went to this really cool Toys R Us in a neighboring state, and I remember Colleen got 2 of these sets, and we actually have pieces of our childhood original one, but it's missing like this purse, it's missing those little pink shorts, this cardboard book. I'm surprised we have as much of it that we still do. It's all in quite bad condition, but actually a lot of my Kelly dolls are wearing bits and bobs from this and the other one, which is exciting.
I just realized that the sleeper is missing the bow, our sleeper.
Yeah, that fell off like kind of more recently. I remember I had that flower saved when we were kids, but I didn't ever reattach it. So this was very exciting. I also got a Hasbro Pocahontas today for $3, but yeah, I thought I'd just include this because it's really cool. It's in its package. It's so nostalgic. We had played with these for hours. When Colleen gave me all her Kelly dolls, I really liked playing with these outfits. This picnic one, school time, and the lunchbox were my favorites. I thought this was really funny as I was opening everything up. They gave the dolls all like diapers and underwear, so they were modest underneath the clothes once they were out. And they show 2 Kelly dolls wearing shoes, but these 2 do not, and they don't actually come with shoes, which is strange. Barbie's outfit has shoes. I thought I would really quickly check in and let you know that I have some sad news. Our guinea pig Piper passed away. So if you're not familiar, we got Piper, Penelope, and Phoebe at the same time in November of 2019. Right as our guinea pig Roxy had passed away, someone Colleen knew had 3 guinea pigs, females, that she wanted to keep together, and it was perfect timing. And we were told that they had all been adopted from PetSmart's adoption program, so we never really knew how old they were, but based on the estimation of how long their previous owner had them, how old PetSmart said they were, we estimated that Phoebe and Penelope were 3 when we got them, which makes them close to 6 right now. But Piper always seemed a lot older. She had poor vision, she had poor hearing, she had poor balance because of that. She was always really confused. So it's not very surprising that we haven't had her quite 3 years and she passed away. We think she had like dementia because she was really forgetful. Her whole personality changed in a few months, but she didn't have any kind of like tumors or anything like that. So she just sadly passed away from old age, and of course we really miss her. So I'm dedicating this episode of Dolly Diaries to Piper. She will be very missed. I think it didn't help when our guinea pig Isla unexpectedly passed away last year. Her mental state of being deteriorated very quickly after that. Isla was 5.5 when she passed, and Isla just had a seizure one day. So that's sometimes with small animals, things like that happen, and there's nothing you can do. But Piper, fortunately, she didn't seem to be in pain or anything. She just passed away in her sleep. We don't plan to get any other guinea pigs. We have 4 right now, so we're good. But I just thought, in case you noticed Piper was missing, or that we only had 4 guinea pigs now, that's why. But everybody else is happy and healthy, and Phoebe and Penelope are really energetic for 6. Penelope actually makes obstacle courses in the cage and runs laps. It's really cute. So I thought I'd just check in and let you know that.